Hey everybody, welcome back to Jordan Samuel Skin Talks. How you doing? Okay, today, I keep saying everything's a favorite topic. It's a favorite topic because I'm talking about skincare, which I love. That's why it's a favorite topic. But today I want to talk about and clarify some things with transitional skincare, seasonal transitional skincare. So right now in the Northern Hemisphere, we're obviously going from summer to fall. Now, the easiest way to think of this is your skincare is going to be exactly like your clothing. So come fall, we're not putting on the heavy parka yet. Think of that as your thicker, richer cream. What we're doing is layering, trying to create those happy, nourishing, semi-nourishing, semi-occlusive, hydrating layers. So we're not just doing one big occlusive emollient cream. We could be depending on your skin condition and skin type, but for most of us, we're going to get into layering. Same thing is going to happen come spring, summer. In spring, you're going to be layering. You're going to have those cold days, you're going to have those warm days. We're not into summer yet where you're in, a tiny dress or shorts or tank top or whatever. So fall and spring, you're going to see layering really come into play and really shine. Because again, you're going to have a day that's 80 degrees Fahrenheit and then a day that's 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's going to keep going back and forth. Then it's going to be rainy and windy, then it's going to be dry, then it's going to be humid. You get the picture. Now I say all of this, not everybody has to change their skincare with the seasons. This is not a ploy by any of us, or shouldn't be, to get you to buy more product. This is about using what you have, figuring out best situation for your skin. I always say in Seattle, I never had to change my skincare. Granted, I was younger, skin was different, it was more oily rich, it was less sensitive, and it was different environment, different climate. There was not really extremes in temperatures. Now I'm in New York City. In the summer, it can get to 100 and 95% humidity, and in the fall, we can have very windy 50-degree days or 60-degree days and low humidity. So there's just extremes happening here. Skin's different. It's more combination dry sensitive now. I'm a little bit older. So for me, I do slightly tweak my routine come fall. And then I'll tweak it again in winter, and then I'll tweak it again in spring, and then I'll tweak it again in summer. All of that to say, all of these products are sort of in my rotation throughout the year. It's just what I'm doing, how I'm using, when I'm using, etc. So first things first, I always like to just have people look at their bookends. Usually, again, spring and fall, you're not going to be really making those extreme changes, not necessarily going to a super rich cleanser and not necessarily going to a super rich moisturizer. But cleanser wise, the Matinee Cream Cleanser, it is made for this moment. This is our Goldilocks cleanser. It's not a heavy oil-based cleanser that might be too nourishing for some. It's not a foaming cleanser. It's not an exfoliating cleanser. It's just that really perfect balance. It's sesame seed oil and rosehip oil, glycerin, aloe, green tea, cucumber, chamomile, sea mud. So it's purifying but not drying. It rinses clean. The pH of the formula is set between 5 and 5.5. It usually finishes, or the final pH is usually somewhere in between there. It is fragrance free. You can put it on dry hands, dry face, wet hands, wet face. Use a cloth to remove it, rinse it clean. It is extremely versatile. It's gonna work great on combination dry, dehydrated, sensitive, even oily prone, even breakout prone skins. So this is something I always recommend, especially this time of year. So again, maybe you were on something like Matinee Gel in the summer and it's just a little too much with the salicylic acid, with the gel cleanser, you need a little bit more moisture, but you don't need to go all the way to aftershow sensitive. So that's why Matinee Cream. Now, the rest of the things that I recommend for fall are not really going to an occlusive moisturizer. It's going to be about layering. And so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 products here. Now, Those are not 5 products to use all at once. We might be using 2 at once. We might be using 1 and then layering an SPF over top. So first we're gonna get into this, and then we'll chat a bit about SPF at the end. So you have the usual suspects here. Hydrate the Mist, of course. Hydrate Facial Serum, of course. My now 365 go-to antioxidant treatment emulsion. Then you have our 2 lighter weight moisturizers. The newest one, the Matinee Gel Moisturizer, and this, which has been out since September 2017. Can you believe it? That's what, 7 years ago? The Performance Cream. So I've chosen these as your moisturizers because while they are lighter weight, if you were putting them over something like Hydrate Facial Serum or Antioxidant Treatment Emulsion, or maybe Hydrate Mist and Antioxidant Treatment Emulsion and one of the moisturizers, that's going to be a perfect layering situation of getting humectants, emollients, semi-occlusives, actives in terms of peptides or antioxidants onto your skin. Your skin's going to be happy, your skin's going to be balanced, it's not going to be overly nourished, it's not going to be crying out for moisture. Or you're going to be layering like antioxidant treatment emulsion and one of the moisturizers and an SPF. Or antioxidant treatment emulsion and an SPF. You're getting the picture here. So it doesn't have to be all of them. It could be one of them. It could be 2 of them. But again, we're going to want to start with the cleanse, making sure that we're not stripping, we're not dehydrating, and we're giving the skin exactly what it wants right now. Keeping in mind that we're all going to be different. My cleanse is going to be different than my husband's cleanse. It's going to be different than your cleanse. But the safe bet for me is always Matinee Cream Cleanser because it goes for so many people. It works for so many people. Now, you have your 2 humectant-rich products, Hydrate the Mist, Hydrate Facial Serum. You could use these 2 together, creating a lovely humectant-rich essence layering step, especially if you're somebody whose skin just simply does not get on with oil of any kind, any sort, any amount. These are both truly oil-free, great layering steps. However, I think most people are going to do one or the other. Maybe you want to do the mist because you want to mist between layers, you find it more versatile. Other people want more soothing, more jumpstart, they're going to go Hydrate Facial Serum. You know, bigger, better concentrations, more soothing ingredients, O-beta-glucan, allantoin, sodium PCA, high molecular weight hyaluronic acids, you get it. This is my 365 because antioxidant treatment emulsion is my answer to a vitamin C alternative, not a replacement, an alternative. I'm somebody that's very topically sensitive to L-ascorbic acid. I love it, I like what it did on clients, I just couldn't get on with it. So I've created this quartet of antioxidants, niacinamide, resveratrol, astaxanthin, and fermented brown rice with broccoli seed oil and squalane and aloe and what I call the redness peptide, the peptide that helps to take down redness in certain skin tones. It has hibiscus extract and blue-green algae and walnut extract. It is power-packed. It is great at creating a happy, healthy lipid layer. It keeps the barrier nice and healthy and glowing. It helps to brighten the skin. It helps to even tone over time. It is that perfect emulsion step. It's not too light. It's not too heavy. It's going to be an excellent layering step and a great insurance policy underneath your SPF. And you can also use it AM and PM, so don't sleep on this. No pun intended, except that's not really a pun. But don't sleep on it for nighttime use. Absolutely use it at nighttime as well. Then our 2 moisturizers. Again, if you're still oily rich, but you just need a little bit more oomph, maybe that is where you're going Hydrate Mist and Hydrate Serum and then Matinee Gel Moisturizer. It's a combination of really lightweight plant oils with humectants, glycols, etc. combined together with a gelling agent. It's cooling and refreshing on the skin. It's still going to be an amazing layering step this time of year. And then our satin finish, Your Skin But Better, tri-peptide blend, green tea, chamomile, olive leaf extract, fragrance-free, beautiful layered under a richer cream, beautiful by itself, beautiful over any of these products. And the other thing to not sleep on is maybe you're like, oh, I like this, but I still need more oomph. You can absolutely layer these 2. You can layer Matinee Gel Moisturizer first and Performance Cream on top. Well, that's 2 moisturizers. I don't really want to do that. You're not breaking any rules. You're not necessarily using excess product because the thing is trying to find that perfect equation for your skin and your skin condition. And that might not be finding that one and only moisturizer. Maybe some days it's perfect, maybe some days it's too little, maybe some days it's too much. And so this is what we're talking about here. It's not about necessarily finding like that perfect solution, but getting a wardrobe of products that works for you and your skin at this time of year. And they should be things that you already have. That is important to note. This is not about going out and buying other things. Maybe it's like you tend to be a hydrate the mist person in the summer and you forget about it in the fall. It's still amazing in the fall, you should use it in the fall. Or maybe you've been Matinee Gel Moisturizer all summer long, you're putting it to the side. Make it a layering step. Layer it over antioxidant treatment emulsion, layer it under the performance cream. Play around and find what your skin loves best. And now before we go, of course, SPF. This is where maybe if you had a really lightweight SPF, you might want to look for a slightly richer SPF this time of year. Or you keep your SPF exactly where it is because it's just another layer and it's giving you that SPF protection, and you layer your other products, your toners, your serums, your creams differently, but keep that SPF light. So this comes all back to playing around and making sure you find exactly what your skin likes, what it wants, what it needs, without reinventing the wheel too much, right? And I want to keep driving that point home. We should be using these products year-round for the most part. It's just how we're using them. Or maybe it is like you come into September, October, and you start purchasing Matinee Cream Cleanser again. And then once it gets to April, you start purchasing Matinee Gel again, or whatever that is for you. But this isn't about getting extra products. It's finding that right fit for you this time of year. When I was hands-on in my treatment room, September was always actually the most, which it makes sense. We're coming off of summer, August, tons of SPF, hot weather, and then we go really quick into this fall weather. It was always one of the most chaotic times for skin. People would be breaking out, they'd be dry, they'd be sensitive, but then they'd be oily. So it was always about finding that right puzzle piece for them. So I have all the good news here. If none of these work for you, or if none of these are your fall favorites, again, that doesn't matter because these are recommendations that I would suggest, but you are going to be the answer to all of this, your skin type and your skin condition. You might be a moisture recovery person. You might be a Matinee Gel cleanser person. You might be an after-show sensitive cleanser person. So these are all great layering tips and tricks, but as always, listen to your skin. So take what I'm saying, take what everybody else is saying online with a grain of salt, apply it to your skin and skin type and skin condition, find that perfect equation, and it will be chef's kiss, I promise. I hope that helped. But remember, just like clothing, fall, we're gonna layer. Winter, we might be looking for that winter parka. But right now, we're gonna layer. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you're having a lovely fall season. I can't believe we are into October. But with that being said, thank you for watching, and until next time, bye.